welcome to Florence, Italy. If you are planning a trip to this beautiful city, the city filled with art and history and amazing food, because that's what we're here for. We stuff our faces all around the world, and in this video we'll take you from breakfast to lunch to dinner and of course amazing gelato, because we're in Italy, right? I can't wait to show you all. Let's get the taste of Florence. Quick breakfast in Florence, Maritozzo, which is like a bun, a white bread bun with cream inside, and it's really good. It's actually from Rome, but when you're in Florence and you want this as a breakfast, it is perfect. It is a bit difficult to eat, so I will probably make a mess out of it, but get this. It's like a soft bread, which is really nice. And then there's just the cream inside. It's simple, but it's really nice, and it's a perfect breakfast. So do you want breakfast on the go? Then just go to any bakery and get these Arogostines. They look a little bit like tiny croissant, but the pastry is much flakier, much crispier, and it's filled with custard or chocolate or pistachio. But they also have Schiacca Napolitana, which is like a little bit larger than this one, and it has even more crunch, and it has custard with rosewater filling inside. But they are a little bit more expensive. You can check that out in our Rome video. But I'm having this one for the first time. The crunch is amazing. This is not the same dough as a croissant dough. This is like phyllo dough. It's so crunchy, really nice. This is the perfect breakfast pastry for me, actually. What you could also do is get a croissant, because here they have croissant filled with cream, pistachio, chocolate. It's a huge thing in Italy to have a croissant filled with some kind of cream inside, and it's really awesome just to have it on the go as well. But I'm enjoying this. Before we move on to lunch, subscribe right now to our channel, because we stuff our faces all around the world, all your favorite destinations. Check out the playlists on our channel. We got you covered. And now, lunch in Florence. So for lunch in Florence, you have to get a Schiaccata, which is kind of like a focaccia, but it's more smashed and more dense. And it's super popular. You can get these sandwiches everywhere in town, and of course there are a few of those hyped spots like El Antico Vinaio and Pinot sandwich. Perfect spots, but you'll have to queue, probably very long. But we found Schiacca Passera, a really local, awesome Schiaccata shop where they make the bread in the oven right outside. You can watch it through a window. You can even sit inside, no queues, and look at this sandwich. I have one with burrata cheese, raw Tuscan ham, rocket salad. Oh, this is the same you'll get at the other hyped shops, right? Oh my God, this is so good. My God, the bread alone. Oh, this is so amazing. The flavors, get a Schiaccata. Please do that. Anywhere in town, but you can check out this shop as well. We have links to all the spots in the description box. Oh. We are at Mercato Centrale in Florence, which is the food market in the center of town, and I'm going to try a lampredotto sandwich, which is a sandwich filled with the fourth stomach of a cow, some spicy sauce and some green sauce and some salt and pepper. And what is actually really fun is that they dip the sandwich in the sauce that the meat is stewed in as well. I'm super excited. I'm normally not that much of an intestine kind of person, but this is so special and so local. You can only get it here in Florence. So yeah, I just needed to try this. The flavors of the sauce is really awesome. It really gives it a kick. The spicy sauce with the green sauce has a really nice freshness to it. I can't say the meat is anything weird at the moment, but I just had one bite. It's a bit more slimy, maybe a little bit more greasy or something than I normally have as meat on a sandwich or something. But it's not super weird so far. And I do love that the bread is soaked in the sauce. The flavors of the green and red sauce is a really nice addition. I can highly recommend this. It sounded scarier than it actually tastes.
So I'm having another Tuscan specialty. It's called ribollita, and it's a really simple vegetable soup with bread and potatoes and beans and all kind of other vegetables. And it's also one of those poor people's, peasant types of food, so really simple, really cheap. Smells amazing. And the flavor is really good. It's also really dense, really rich, not really like a liquidy soup. It's really, really rich. There's a lot of texture in there. And I really like the white beans in there as well.
Look what I'm having. This is Florentine steak. This is the meat to try in Florence, but it's very expensive. And it normally in restaurants, it only goes per kilo. And 1 kilo is then around 50 to 60 euros, which is crazy. And 1 kilo is way too much for me. And since Tim is vegetarian, it's not an option and it's too expensive. But here on the Mercato Centrale, the food market in Florence, they hand out samples every now and then. So I'm trying the Florentine steak and I'm going to tell you if you need to try this as well, even though it's expensive. Oh my God, that meat is so tender and so good and juicy. Okay, I can understand why people pay that amount of money for it because it's amazing. It is really juicy, it's really good. Now I'm like tempted to like maybe tonight get my own Florentine steak. It's too much, 1 kilo, it's just way too much for me. If you can share the meat with somebody, the 1 kilo meat, then just go for it. But otherwise, maybe you're lucky at Mercato Centrale and get a free sample as well.
So I found something new again. This is called a carrozza and it's a grilled cheese sandwich with mozzarella. There's also flour and egg on it and then they put it in a deep fryer. And it's from southern Italy, from the Campania region, but apparently it's also now known in New York City, probably by the Italian immigrants. But I've never had it before, never seen it before, so I hope I don't burn my mouth because it's freshly from the deep fryer and it's really hot still. Yeah, really hot. Deep fried bread with cheese. And salt on it as well. We put some salt on it as well at the end. It's quite nice, but it's not that special, not that overwhelming, and it's of course a lot of calories, so don't know if it's worth it, but it's nice. Deep fried is always good.
Dinner time in Florence. We are at Osteria Il Magazzino and I'm having pappardelle with duck ragu. And this is also very local, very Tuscany, very Florence. Oh wow. Ooh, the duck ragu flavor. Oh, this is really good. There's some carrots in there as well, which gives it a little sweetness. And then there's the like pulled duck meat, but also the sauce. Again, so simple and so flavorful, but it's only a few ingredients and that makes this dish just pop in your mouth. I'm very happy, and the pappardelle also is perfectly cooked. What I'm also very proud at myself, that I don't have the urge to cut my pasta like I normally do in the Netherlands. But I'm being a perfect guest and not cutting it. Anyway, I'm just gonna enjoy this because this is really good. Let's see what Tim is having. I'm feeling watched and self-conscious now. Turn the camera around and don't see me stumble with this food. I want a knife. Turn around. Tim, what are you having?
Today I'm trying another Italian staple dish. It's not necessarily from the Florence area where we are today, but this is like a typically dish from the south, which is well known throughout Italy. I've never had it before. It's called Parmigiana Manzane, so eggplant Parmigiana. So it's really focused on the Parmigiano cheese as well. In the beginning I thought it would be more like an eggplant lasagna, but this is really different. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, this is really good. Like the cheese flavor and then the amazing tomato sauce and then the eggplant, it goes perfectly together. I always have like a difficult relationship with eggplant, but this, if I could eat it like this, I could eat it every day, I think. And I have a lot of mozzarella, as you can see. I have a hard time to cut it off. It just keeps on going. There it is.
For our second night, we went to Osteria Cinghiale Bianco, and we started off with some traditional bruschetta, and Tim had an amazing burrata with black truffle. Then I had the homemade ravioli with sage butter, which was to die for, and Tim had really good spaghetti. Of course, we finished off with the homemade tiramisu. And of course, the moment you've been waiting for, our tips for the best gelato in Florence. First of all, you need to know there's a difference between gelato and ice cream. Gelato is mostly made with milk, while ice cream is made with cream. Gelato is kept at a warmer temperature, around 8 to 10 degrees warmer than ice cream, making the flavors more intense. So check out our full video on the best gelato in Florence, because there we'll talk about many of the shops we went to, but in this video we'll just give you one of our favorites. Here we go.
I got another ice cream. We had La Strega Nocciola, which is a gelateria artigianale, which means they make it by hand, so it's the best quality. So if you ever go to a gelateria, look out for Gelateria Artigianale to have the best gelato. I'm having 3 different flavors, and they all sound amazing. I had bergamot, which is like a typically Italian citrusy fruit, which is like in between grapefruit and orange, so it's maybe a little bitter. I have something typical from Florence, which is called Buona Lenti, and there's also a panna cotta in there, which is really awesome. And I have lavender, because I love lavender, but I don't see it. I think it's on the bottom. And it's melting, as you can see. And the bergamot is really nice. It's not bitter at all. It's really citrusy. It's almost like lemon, but then really fresh. So it's really awesome. But I have no idea where the lavender is, and I cannot get to it, so we have to wait. Now I got to the lavender, all at the bottom. Also really amazing. Lavender is really subtle, it's not too overpowering, but you can still taste it, so it's really still focused on the lavender. And the Florentine one, the Buona Lenti, is really awesome. It's super creamy, it has an amazing taste. It's not like Fior di Latte, which is also super amazing and super creamy, but it is more on the milky side. And this is more on like the panna cotta side, so it's really tasty. Wow.
So you probably can tell we had amazing food here in Florence. Make your notes, pick your favorites. So when you travel here, you get to experience the same things that we had. And let me tell you, you will love it. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we have you covered for all your favorite destinations in the world. I'm off to finding a new destination. I don't know what we're going next. We'll see. We'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching. I already said that. I'm babbling. Let's go.